Uncle Ken is a music man.
Oh yeah, I know. I know he understands. He has a good ears, and he understands the music. So of course,
I just love all kinds of music.
Yes,
right.
You know, so long as it's good.
Yes,
music. When it comes to music, I'm not pigeonholed.
Okay. Exactly.
You know, I have an ear for all kinds of music.
I said.
And this is nice.
Yes.
The only thing I found about the song are the two ladies sounded alike.
Yes, almost.
Everybody's saying that they sound alike. I mean, that tells you that they are good vocalists.
Yes.
Because it's not easy to sound alike. You need to be a good vocalist.
Especially for you to sing like Miss
V.
Yes.
Miss V. Andy.
Yeah.
Miss V.
Queen V.
She's one of the best vocalists we have in Ghana.
Yes.
I can even say the best, but we still have the rest. Adina, Efia, Nocturna.
You see how logic.
You say when you say.
Yeah, I mentioned
this one there. This one there. This category there.
You see how logic gets controversial.
Mishasha. And now I can say Mishasha is one of. She's the new.
I'm saying yes.
Silky.
Yes. Yes. One of the best singers. You mentioned Miss V.
Yes.
And you mentioned Adina. Who else? Efia.
Okay, you said singer for Wenishe, not vocalist.
Vocalist Wenishe.
Singer.
Wenishe there.
For singer there.
Yes.
Singer.
Or hobby.
Vocalist war. That vocalist war.
Now the vocalist about her money. But you know, it's a nice song.
Sure.
Brilliant song. Brilliant song.
Yeah. You know, they did well.
They did well.
I love the way they deliver. I mean, they sound more comfortable on the song. Yeah, so it's a great thing.
Right. So, guys, check it out one by one. Miss V and Mishasha. It's on all platforms.
All platforms.
Who produced that?
Cash 2.
Oh, Cash 2.
Yeah, Cash 2. A good producer.
Yeah. Where have you been?
Many hits. He's there.
Wow.
He's there. He's still doing stuff. Yeah.
And you know this brother of mine, VIP designer Shaft. He says to say hi.
Oh, Shaft.
To tell you, he listens to this show every morning.
Right.
And I haven't heard from him for over a year.
And
today he hears me on your show and he sends me a message.
Where has he been?
I don't know. That guy.
Just as you mentioned Cash 2.
I swear.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into something different. So, for the past 2 or 3 days, social media had been buzzing all in sympathy or in support of our very own Seli Gali. Where on social media, a lady on social media had gone on her timeline to write that she looks horrible and barren, ugly and barren altogether. I mean, it's unfortunate, Andy. I can show you a text message on my phone now. A guy calling me stupid every day for doing nothing. Every day, this guy comes on my post and insult me and go. That's what he does. So, actress and TV host Seli Gali Fiao has rained curses on an Instagram user for calling her a barren woman. The wife of Paititia, who couldn't hold back her pain, dared God to hear her cry and bring misfortunes on the Instagram user with the name Hinewa PSA 2. According to Seli, the young lady had earlier written a similar comment under one of her posts, but this time she decided not to let it slide and as such cursed her over her comments which read horror face and barren woman. Parts of Seli's reply read, I said to you this Wednesday noon on October 14, 2020, that you will not live to prosper and be happy. You will have a lifetime of bad luck. Everything you touch, say or do will bring unexplainable misery to you. Your generation will pass on the curse of infertility, unhappiness, madness, and misery. I call upon you to stay. May your business go from bad to worse. May every pain I've ever felt in my life be transferred to you. You will beg to die, and even death will forsake you. My Lord did not create barren or any woman, and so may he make an example of you to show his greatness. I dare the Lord to hear my cry. Some social media users reacting to the post also called out the lady, with others demanding a public apology. Following the unwanted comments. An Instagram user with the name Kwesi Banaini wrote, like Seli for make we catch her then beat him small. What sort of inhuman act is that?
the most annoying part is she's a woman too. Another also wrote, this is so wrong. How can you call your fellow woman barren? She has to apologize to her. Mike too has also added his voice. I don't know if you've seen.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But Mike too, on the other hand, wrote something that did not really go down well with Praitetia, who is the husband of Sally. Now, Mike too wrote that sometimes those acclaimed celebrities in Ghana should have that big stomach to contain certain things. Even though what the said lady said to Sally Gali was not palatable, Sally should also know the social media constituency they all find themselves. There is a constituency with no MP where things said over there are not filtered. So, has she accepted that she is barren? Celebrities who don't want to be disrespected or insulted should leave social media. I will come again. Let's speak with Cartel Big J. Big J, good morning and thank you very much for your time. My brother, how are you?
I'm very fine, Andy. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I will appreciate it if you speak up.
Okay.
Right. Thank you. Yesterday, there was a post by Mike too. I'm very sure you just heard me reading it.
Yes.
That you were not very comfortable with. That someone should tell Mike 2 or 3 or whoever. Mike 2 or 3. I mean, with this, I will not generalize. Okay, let me generalize it. I mean, the kind of things people write on social media. When stuff like this get to you, do you always respond to stuff like these?
No, not at all. I will speak from my perspective because I believe, as showbiz personals, you are like an example for people to emulate. So whatever life you live out there, it's an impact positively or negatively to your fans and everybody else who is following you. So things like this, we get them on daily basis, like, attacks, ridiculous statements such as these. We get them daily, and as showbiz personals, we should have the tough skin, to be able to, take some of these, but not when it gets to, it gets very personal and very insensitive, such as what the girl, commented or wrote, because you and I all know Sally, how she carries herself. She's a very bubbly woman, always happy, full of life and all. So she wouldn't on a regular, respond to, something, things like these, because we get them daily, like I said. But this one is with a difference. This one is quite a topic that, many women out there will also testify that it's a no-go topic, especially for a married woman, So that is why I'm sure she reacted the way she did.
I see. Now, but how is she doing anyway?
She's very fine. She's very fine. She's had a lot of calls. I mean, I would like to, use this small window to thank everybody. I mean, it's been overwhelming, the well-wishing, people who've called, friends, industry players, loved ones. They've all called to show their love and support, and it's been overwhelming. So she's cool. She's okay.
I didn't want to go there, but since you've brought this up, with all the messages, all the posts, I've seen a lot of women sympathizing with her and posting her pictures and writing stuff. Are you very comfortable? I mean, I'm talking about your family, seeing all the, although some they are in good taste, writing stuff, posting her pictures. For a minute, when I saw her pictures all around, I was like, hey, why? What's happening to my sister? Because it was her birthday not long ago. Lord, let not anything bad happen. So I took time to read some of them, and I calmed down. But seeing all of those posts, what has been her reaction, and even you as a husband?
I mean, as a husband, I try to, I try to calm her down, and also, she's been getting these attacks, back and forth, but this one, like I said, it's with a difference. So, she's cool, and I've tried as much as possible to take her phone from her and let her stay off social media. So she's been off social media for some days now, especially after she reacted to the girl's comments. She's not been there. I try to to play that role so she doesn't get to see all of these. But the well-wishing and all the support that she's had, the overwhelming support she's had from almost everybody in the industry, that those ones that have been able to get to her, for her to know who and who has been able to reach out. So she's cool. She's very calm.
Now, the girl in question, what's her name? PSA Hinewa. Oh, okay. I believe that's her name. Hinewa PSA. Now, there's also a soundbite that's gone viral of her talking to you or your man. I believe that was your manager.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
It's called Kobe.
Kobe, right. I've been trying to reach Kobe. Unfortunately, it's not going through. Now, this girl, have you seen her yet?
No. And I'm not sure we will want to see her, all that I was telling manager when he reached out to say the girl called and all what we told him was he should try and use that same medium, that same platform to be able to because she according to manager, she called and she was begging and all, and then so manager told her to use the same medium and the same platform to render her apology and everything that she wants to do to rectify the situation, even though it is already gone.
Very unfortunate situation, I must say. She has rendered an apology, and she's made public apologies. So what are you doing about it? And what is Sally doing about it? Will she let go? A lot of social commentators have also added their voices. So what's going to happen to her now?
I mean, as humans as we are all, we are with fault. Nobody's an angel. Nobody's a saint, So, as she's come out to publicly, apologize and all. Sally has let go a long time ago. She's okay, and she's a Christian, and from her perspective, she has let go, So I don't think there's any more cause.
Now, about the post made by Mike 2, you expressed disappointment. I hear he has retracted it anyway. But in times like these, when people go on social media and they write stuff about celebrities, when you see these kind of comments that come up, when they come at you, what are your initial reactions?
You see, like I always say, Andy, we in as much as we are showbiz personals, we are not immune to some of these attacks and insensitive comments such as these. We are humans. We have family. We have loved ones. We have people who look up to us and all. So people should. In as much as we are out there, we put ourselves out there. Some of us, we don't intentionally put ourselves out there to be seen, but the kind of job we see ourselves in or profession we see ourselves in automatically puts you out there. So it doesn't mean that it doesn't give you the platform to attack us, to say very insensitive stuff like that about us. We are also humans. People who at a point we might go off, we might flip and all, and we have blood running through our veins. The same way you will react as normal human beings, the same way we will also react, because we are no different from those who write stuff like this. We are as human as they also are. So I would just plead that people should be very exercise some discretion, especially when you are commenting on celebrities or showbiz personals pages or on their posts. You should exercise some sensitivity.
Well, Cartel, thank you very much for your time. I'm so grateful for giving me this platform. And again, I pray that there will be peace and calm in your home. And please tell my dear sister to take it very easy. I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Yes. And before I end, Andy, the reason why I reacted the way I did to
Mike 2?
Mike 2 is when I got to know he's also a multimedia person, because you see, Sally is also part of your family.
Right.
The multimedia family is a very huge family. Sally works at Joy Prime. He's a member of your team. So I felt quite disappointed, for him, because I thought he is somebody who also comes from the same family, should be able to be defending her or to be condemning such acts, instead of writing what he wrote. So that's how come I reacted the way I did. But there's no how do you call it?
Bad blood.
It's nothing personal, But I just needed to set the record straight and to let him know that he did the wrong thing.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for your time. Enjoy your weekend, my brother. I'll reach out to you after the show.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. All right. So that was Cartel Big J talking to us about the comments made by Mike 2. Again, some about his wife. Now, the lady, PSCA, has rendered an unqualified apology. Let's listen to her before I invite Uncle Ken and Mr. Logic in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fiawo.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Fiawo.
No, Mr. Fiawo, manager, yes.
Mr. Pacho Force and Wadaroma.
The friend Kobe.
Mr. Kobe. Mr. Wadaroma, and you are a year, Gayeti, and a year, Sister Jelly.
Yes, hello.
Me comment on the post so. Na me Pacho man Cassay. Na Mr. Camille Drat Walkun, so no ban and Cassamame. Ye nipa, my former Cassay of Sanchame. Miss Rena, no could be ready, Mr. I want to know. There you number some from the gratuitous so. And so close, none of the names are some panacho. Upon the choice.
Pacho, my madam.
It's Pacho. When you open us. If you put your time in a moment, there could be a slow watch. It's the moment I travel. But your time in a name for more.
Then I'll kind.
The type of say, or your body.
You
must the budget time in a name for more.
My catch anyway, yeah, better.
I'm sending it, dear Mina, Apanacho.
So long, your papa on the best of why.
The budget,
you, madam,
All right. So let me begin with you, Uncle Ken. You are our big brother.
Yes.
In fact, our father.
Sure.
What do you make of this whole statement? I don't even want us to look at the apology first, but let's look at, where someone goes to write, you, Uncle Ken, you will die. Or, sorry. God forbid. God forbid.
God forbid.
It's serious. You see how it comes. Depending on how you read it, how you decode it, I'm very sure when you tell someone you are barren, like, okay. But some people don't take it lightly, especially within our cultural setting, within our setting. It's a big deal.
Seriously.
Listen, Andy, I have a Facebook account.
Right.
But I do not play on those streets.
Okay.
I simply refuse to play on those streets because of issues like this. This lady, I doubt if she's even seen Sally before.
Yes.
Or I doubt whether she knows anything about Sally. By the way, let me ask, has Sally ever come out to say she's having problems having a child?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, no.
She hasn't. There are people who want to be like that. It's a choice. You can be married and have an agreement with your husband and say, listen, due to my career, I want to go a bit further before we finally decide to settle and have kids or something like that. And there are some who do not want kids at all.
Well, I have a friend.
And
they say they live in a single room.
Right.
And I have Charlie, Auntie Andy. Can you imagine Auntie the higher Adrian Senkola, but you one kola baby yet no bread.
Exactly.
And because of work, that's why they are still living
Right.
there.
Yeah. Right.
And if it will take 10 years,
wait.
I mean, it's their choice.
Why the pressure?
Why the pressure? Why the pressure? But this is all because of the society we live in. People expect Logic to get married today, and within a year, Logic should have a kid. Otherwise,
trouble.
There are issues. Well, why? Why? But I've noticed a certain trend on the social media streets, which I find quite healthy. That people are calling out folks who descend into gutters unprovoked. In the past few months, I've seen the whole, fraternity dealing with people who unprovoked attack folks. Like Logic was telling us, off camera, that people just
for nothing.
Insulting.
People just go about insulting. And I have said that the reason why I don't play on those streets is because I realize that the people who insult the most insult with bad grammar.
And it's true. And it's so true.
And I have said that I don't want to be insulted with bad grammar. If you are going to insult me, yeah,
write something that I can also
respond. So I think the lady, listening to her, I felt very sorry for her.
Yes.
The attacks from all quarters, has made her feel so bad. And I think that because she has rendered an apology, we should have mercy on her. And I think she needs help. Her family should get close to her because she could do anything to herself because of the way she's been attacked. Yes. And Sally, I just think that Sally, like the husband said, is a Christian. And if Sally is a Christian, I think she should not have gone as far as she went with the curses. Because as Christians, we know vengeance is with the Lord.
And again,
I can understand, I can understand. But listening to what you read, the curses, frightening.
Annoying.
Very frightening. But this is a lesson that we've all learned. And I am happy because people on those streets who just love going to insult people should take notice that now, if you do that, the fraternity will get at you.
But Uncle Ken, so as a father, your daughter being in such a position or in such a situation where someone comes at your daughter, well, be it a problem or not, that yes, someone writes such a thing, it's a no-go area, especially within our setting. You don't touch it
at all.
You understand? What would you do if your daughter had rained curses, if someone had come at her and yet realized that, oh, so this was your response? What would you do? Or what would be your advice?
You mean if Sally was my daughter?
Of course she's your daughter.
Right. Okay. Of course she is. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Sally would have done that before me getting to know. Because if she came to me first, I would have advised her not to go along that path.
If she wouldn't go that path, what will serve as a deterrent to the girl that wrote that?
The girl that wrote that? I'm saying Sally, did you see the first part of Sally's response?
Response, yes.
What was the first part of Sally's response? Can you read that to me?
It says, I said to you this Wednesday noon of October 14 that you would
No. The beginning. Sally actually said something
No, so
before.
The lady had already written something
Correct.
under her post.
Yeah, that's the bit I want. But
she didn't write it. She said that she wrote something. I think I read it somewhere.
How did she start? She said, again, you have...
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
Something to that effect.
But in summary...
Before she rained the curses.
Yes. Like, it looks like the lady had already attacked her.
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
So I'm saying that Sally could have just reminded her that, listen, you've done this before. I've told you off, and you keep doing this. The word the lady used incensed the fraternity. And she would have gotten the same response without the curses. I think so. I think so. Because, I mean, to call out someone as being barren.
Yes. And
ugly. And what did she do? All she did was she tried to post herself without makeup.
Makeup, simple.
I like seeing that about the ladies, you know, because...
It tells you the natural side
exactly.
of it.
I love to see the natural side of ladies. I prefer ladies who use little or no makeup at all.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Like me. In the headlines,
I do.
No, in the headlines, Joy FM's Uncle Kennedy.
No,
you know,
so,
these bloggers, they'll take
yes,
you right now.
You know, the other time I saw, what's her name? This lady on TV3.
Naba.
No, she's no longer with.
Bella
Mundi.
Bella Mundi posted a picture of herself
without
makeup. Oh gosh, she looked out of sight.
Oh really? Yeah, I've not seen.
You know, yes, and that's what I'm saying. I like seeing those things, and that's all the lady did. She did not come out to provoke anybody, and yet you sit somewhere and you decide to attack her. I think I'm saying that if it was my daughter, if Sally had asked for my opinion or guidance, I would have made her stop where she said, listen, I've called you out before, you've come back again, be very careful. And I'm sure people will still have reacted because of the demeaning statement the girl made. The curses just blew things out of all proportion, you know, and everybody got excited. Hey, I mean, to go as far as she went, to say even death will not want you.
Sure.
But it should be a lesson for all those folks on the streets who just go about attacking people. It's unfair. It's really, really, really unfair.
Okay, Uncle Ken, I'll come back to you. Let me hear from Mr. Logic. What's your take on this?
Yes, I think on one side, I agree with Uncle Ken on the side where he said he would have advised Sally. On the other hand, I will use my own experience as to agreeing to what Sally did. There's this guy who had been insulting me. I was telling you behind the camera. Then I came to inbox him. I say, what do you benefit in coming to my page to misbehave? What do you gain? Behave like a Muslim. It's a shame because he's a Muslim guy. Right. It's a shame. That's what I said to him. Then he replied, you are very stupid. If you can't, I say, you are very stupid. I can't reveal my identity. Jimmy, I will continue to do whatever I like on your page. Useless guy for nothing. So you see a guy like this.
So why didn't you block him?
No, I have blocked him. But a guy like this, all you do is you go to a very powerful shrine. They will even send it on the internet too, like Sally did. You see a stubborn guy like this whom you've prompted to stop what he's doing, and he's telling you that he will continue doing what he's doing. You teach him a lesson. You go to a very powerful shrine with his picture. You print his picture from his profile.
Why are you promoting?
Promoting him?
No, you are promoting. You go to
the shrine people. Yeah. But we are traditional people now. We are Ghanaians. We are Africans. So if the Bible no work, I'll go to the Sumai.
But who says the Bible will work out?
The Bible will take time. I'll be waiting like 3 months. This guy will still be working there. But if I go to the Gopo within 1 week, rapid response. Let me check your answer. Or see, he will never stop. He will continue. Look, you see, I will continue, Andy. So I will teach you some small lessons. But then to be human, I think sometimes it's good to let go. That's where I agree with Uncle Ken. I mean, you can overlook, but when it keeps coming, Andy, it's hard to control yourself. These trollings on social media, Andy, it is painful. And when you check some of these people, when you check their profile pic and you look at their backgrounds, it's sad. Some kubolos and some nitwits, people who cannot even look at you in the eye. A certain guy also did the same thing to me. I met him at the radio station. Then someone told me, this is Mr. Logic. Then he came. Oh, Basu. I said, what's your name? Then he meant, I be the guy with the social media, Facebook, they talk that thing. I said, is it you? He said, I beg, forgive me. He can't even look into my eye, Andy. If you look at how tattered he looks, and then the whole life around him, you say this is a guy who doesn't have a life. But then because I'm also on Facebook, he has the access to come on my page and insult me. So one time I even said that I'm leaving Facebook because Facebook is full of Kubolo people. I said it there. Because the number of people who come and insult you on Facebook, you don't see that on Twitter and IG.
Sure,
it's as if Facebook was made for Kubolo people.
Twitter's what happened.
Hey.
I was trending some day.
I saw you a guy fighting someday.
I was trending number 1, number 2
for battling somebody
and the dusty ball.
So I think Sally she got emotional.
Yes,
and sometimes it's hard. But one thing we shouldn't forget. I don't want to say this. I don't want what's the name? The husband to come at me. But then the response. The traditional response that the girl got is also a bit connected to, Sally's, affiliations. You understand? Because based on where you're coming from, is how you react to issues. You understand? A typical example is what Mike 2 said. Mike 2's point of view was more like, are you accepting what the girl is saying? That's that's the meaning I read into what Mike 2 said. Are you accepting it? Probably you could have ignored. But maybe people read different meanings into it. It's good he apologized. It's very good because, Charlie, when people are hurt, they don't want to know what sense you are making.
And I also like the reaction of the husband's manager.
Yes,
when the lady called him. I mean, he was not insulting. He listened.
Yes, and he said, I'll work with it. I'll work on it.
He listened to the lady and took it in his stride.
Yes.
And just said, I would work on it.
Yes.
And then again, the husband himself that you spoke to.
Yes.
He's been calm.
Yeah, he's been calm.
He has not come out with all guns blazing, insulting everybody. And
but it's a painful thing.
It's a very painful thing to happen. And I like the demeanor, their demeanor, the whole family. And the way he said he took his wife off social media. The healing process has started,
No, but what is it with our dear sympathizers? I mean, posting their pictures, because I was much more concerned.
Posting Sally's pictures.
Sally's pictures and writing all the essays. There are too many poems underneath. I mean,
because Andy, I think
there are like too many paragraphs. And then you are a strong woman and what and
because psychologically, this is a very painful. It's a very
yes, but
strong,
what I'm saying
it's a strong effect.
Okay, for example, I woke up.
Is that someone calling you important?
Well, my usual
and you are not.
My usual siesta. So my Sunday, my usual afternoon rest. Mm-hmm. So I woke up at about 5 or 6 p.m. Then I saw Sally's picture. I was like, I know her birthday was about a week or 2 ago. What is it about her again? I mean, usually we show our shushu anymore when it's your birthday.
Your birthday.
So I saw her picture, but I didn't even go through the reading stuff. Just about the first or second person, her picture appeared again. So I was like, hey, why? What's happening to her? Hey, why? God. Not any disaster at this time that we're getting to the end of the year. So I took time to read. Then you're a strong woman and I'm like, why? Another. All of them encouraging us. Why? What's happening to her?
But what did you want them to do?
I think that's what she needed.
But what I'm saying is, too many
concerns. I mean, concerns.
People showed concern.
People showed concern.
But is that the way to go?
But
that's the only way to calm her. That's the only way to calm her. I mean, to motivate her to stay strong. Because what they get did there.
Telling her you get children. You do. And then the lady also wrote something. Somebody should please tell Sally Galilea, I'm sorry. Sally, you get children. Why? I'm like, but this girl cry. Are you okay? Like, who are you to tell someone?
She will get children. Why?
Sally, until he has it.
I think, Andy, these things, I don't know if there's a way the police can start tracking. You see, these things, the cyber crime unit of the police headquarters should start tracking some of these cyber bullies. And it's important too. Because look, one day somebody will commit suicide.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. The way they do these things, myself, if not for the fact that I'm strong, I'm sure I would have been broken by now. Some things some people say to me, Andy, I just look as oh, ignore them. Look, sometimes I ignore so many things as oh, I don't mind you.
It's better.
They get to you. They get to you.
Guess what? Okay, so On my wife's birthday, I posted her picture and I wrote a small note. The words alone cannot describe what sort of a special woman you are to me. Happy birthday, baby, my wife and dear friend. God bless you. The first comment, 9 seconds later. You took guys to my boss house because he wanted you to stay away from his girlfriend. Shameless man.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that. Eh?
I'm like,
look at that. You posted your wife's picture for compliment. For compliment, see what you got.
Guess who saw it? Me, I didn't even see it. So she saw it and then sent it to me.
And do you know the person?
No, I don't.
Exactly. This is the point.
The person doesn't know you.
You don't even
But
know.
on a more serious note, if someone wants you to stay away from his girlfriend, do you even have the guts to go there to attack him?
So this is such a naive comment. Only no campo.
I mean, consider, okay, let's say it's true. Consider that,
the wife and the family and all that, those who know your loved ones, they don't care. I get phone calls from families. Charlie, who are you fighting? Some people is short. My family call me every day telling me about these things. They are concerned.
They will always come at you. But Uncle Ken, so which advice would you give? You just mentioned that you don't play on those streets. You stay in your DM.
You don't go there.
You see, unfortunately, I learned so much on the streets.
Yes.
From decent people.
Okay.
So much knowledge.
Yes.
On those streets. So I'm always there reading other people's comments. But I see the way they get attacked without any reason whatsoever, just because the person's point of view differs from yours. Then you go attacking the person, and they attack you as if they know your family.
They know you as if they know where you live and your whole life. They attack you as if they know you.
You know,
it's serious.
And I've seen very decent, distinguished people get attacked on the streets. And I said to myself, why should I go there? Because mekumanye.
I think Facebook should have some sort of security.
I just think that we should use Facebook, all the social media streets for productivity.
Yes.
And stop these negative insults and just attacks, unnecessary attacks. It's unwarranted, Andy. It's unwarranted. Look at your case, for instance. You go and post something for your wife, and then the first comment 9 seconds later comes to, spoil the whole celebration. And suppose your wife believed it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
That master, tell me where you went.
How do you explain?
I don't understand. But there's so much to learn on the streets, and let's keep learning and sharing ideas.
George Craig comes in and says, Uncle Ken likes them raw.
Niama.
George Craig, oh no. This guy be crazy guy. He said, Charlie, shall I ask Uncle Ken, does he like them raw?
Niama, I will get you.
Well, he says, Master, I've been insulted and abused on social media so much. I see the insults as greetings now. Fortunately, they don't get to me anymore. I never post a family member because the day I post and anyone says anything silly, I might end up in Sawam. No, because it be some way. Hey. Halifax says.
Halifax.
Another crazy guy. Halifax says, Uncle Ken is proving there's no old man in Accra. Halifax. Okay, Gideon G.D. Marcus says, Brandy, is the typical Ghanaian life being displayed on social media? When we were younger, our parents insulting each other and all accounts to behaviors like this. It's just how we were brought up. Those compound houses system never helped us. Yes. Okay. Okay. What? And the Dusty Bar says, Andy Shatawale is here. Okay. Honorable Titus Glover, good morning to you, sir. Zachariah Adams Abdul Amin says, Daddy, I have had my share of what Logic is saying. So I commented on Logic's post on Facebook that I want to be like him, and this guy came hard on me, insulting me left, right, and center. Some people should be taught how to use social media. Hey, good morning to you, Walasi. How are you doing? I see you. Mamsi_G says, hey, Mr. Logic, you too. We will take them to the shrine. Young man is saying, Mr. Logic, then shrine, Juju dear. No. There, no, go come inside. No, Visual Rain says, Andy, as of the early stages of the fracas, she had about 674 followers on Instagram. It just shot up to 1,400 plus. Ohima should deal with the case and prioritize on the numbers. How do you deal with the case? Kwekuskanti says, this should serve as a warning to social media users thinking we can say anything to anyone who we don't even know and seen before. Meanwhile, you can't say this right in front of her. Let's choose our words carefully. Mansoon Billion says, I stand to be corrected, but I know for sure Shatawale is the cause of insult trend on social media. Oh dear. Kulima Chanta says, Andy, it's about time our ladies stop this makeup thing, so his makeup fight will stop. Ladies, use your real face and hair. Abba. Kwame Asari says, Brandy, the seriousness in this issue would have been noticed if Sally didn't respond with the case. This social media, just know your limit. On a serious note,
read that one again.
Okay, so it's saying that
the seriousness
in the issue wouldn't have been noticed if Sally didn't respond with cases. The social media.
That's another point.
Okay.
Well, but looking at it, who are you going to report to? Is there police? Is there any social media officer who you have to report to?
You have to also touch them psychologically. You know, she's now begging. She's afraid.
Yes, because look, if just as Uncle Ken advised, so my father has advised me to shash. Okay, fine, minkasa. But you continue to be doing this over and over.
The cases are in your mind.
Oh, of course.
It hasn't started yet.
That's what frightened her.
You know, there is some. I don't know. There is something called apia. I don't know if you know. So you know, when we were young, there were some people arguing, and you remember there was a time that came out because was really a train album. So one of them told the other guy, "So we'll train album," and someone had spread this apia on a table tennis board. And the guy, you know, so he just he slept on the board.
Yeah.
And then he started it was see the train album we here. Me say what you do me this summer, I will tell you train album. That be all.
And you
won't quote anybody.
You don't know what to expect.
Whether I catch you with Quran or some.
And you know that train album, that word is the biggest threat the police don't play with. Train album.
It be spiritual and physical.
It is both. Because you don't know how you come.
I've just seen a message from a friend of mine asking, are Christians supposed to curse people?
They're supposed to.
The Bible.
Because even the prophets cursed. Elijah cursed.
The Bible.
It is allowed. And again, I think it's allowed.
Because his point is,
he's
asking in reference to the point I made about vengeance is the Lord.
Belongs to God, yes.
Well, Uncle Ken,
as a Christian,
Uncle Ken, I'm very sure you may have endured some burglary or.
Oh yes.
What did you do? Didn't you report it to the police?
Of course.
Yes,
you follow procedure.
Why didn't you say vengeance is the Lord?
For the
burglary. I mean, yes, if they've taken your stuff.
Andy, have you seen a comment on Facebook?
What?
He said the way Uncle Ken is talking there some way in your type on war. I think the lady should face what she's facing like. Christians they are insulting us.
Christians are. What Uncle Ken is saying, then it means you shouldn't go to the police. When we sleep, we shouldn't.
No. Two different scenarios.
When someone owes you shouldn't go to police.
Two different scenarios.
All that is involved.
Yeah.
I mean, because Muslims, when you are owing, do you go to police when someone is owing you? You see what?
Why are people so scared of Muslims and not scared of Christians?
No, there's some principles that they uphold. When you look into Andy, it's really real. Yeah. Like comparing to how sometimes some of we were born into Christianity, but even though we haven't given fully to it, you know, when you are owing a Christian, sorry. The way he would deal with you, but on Sunday he will go to church and give a collection and pray to God. Yeah, the Bible says that you shouldn't give for even a loan. You shouldn't give any money for interest. But that's what we do.
No, okay. So
And yes,
how
we also drag people for debt.
hold on. No,
You see,
no, it's
all
good.
these
Brother,
things-
it's good. Bradash is here. Hold on. Bradash, get closer. You are much younger and very loud on social media.
Is he?
I'm not
loud. Oh, I don't think.
No, but I mean,
It's not
you're vibrant.
You are part of that society.
Right.
Yes.
When do people come at you? Do people come attacking you? Plenty.
Yeah.
For what?
There was this guy who brought his song to me to listen.
Uh-huh.
And then I confronted him and I told him that the song is not nice.
Yeah.
You told him point blank.
Yes,
the song wasn't nice.
It was not nice. In fact, he was willing to give me a bigger amount of money, and I told him that.
Please speak up.
And I told him that even the song, when I play it on radio, my boss Makoke Kumante will sack me.
Okay.
And the guy took me to social media. I started insulting my mother. Told me that, do I know when he started doing music? Do I know the number of people who play his songs on radio? When did I started radio? All of a sudden,
and he doesn't even play my song.
all of a sudden he said, he knows me. I've been sleeping in studio. He started saying some things about me.
Such a person came to you.
He started saying things about me. So
Hey, Charlie, this is
No, wait, but did you criticize his songs openly?
no,
Or it
I
was
called
not-
him. I called him. You were standing.
And even
you
if
were
it's
standing
openly,
in
what's wrong
front
with
at the
it?
car park.
No, no.
Openly.
No, hey,
we
Charlie.
take advice from people.
No,
What's wrong with openly?
but people don't like. There are some people you don't criticize them openly.
Hey,
No, I didn't do
we
it
have problem
openly.
in
Some people
Africa.
don't like that.
I didn't do it openly.
Because especially something he's selling. So I pick up a product that you I know you are selling.
Yes.
And then I tell you, this your cap cry is not nice. It's not nice. Knowing how I've toiled to be here. Charlie,
So, Bidash, what did you do?
So I told him that it was not nice. I mean, when I
No, I'm saying the
And the
insult.
insults.
I was not the one who saw it. It was a friend of mine who saw it and screenshot it and sent it to me. But I didn't do anything. I didn't reply. I didn't say anything. I just left it.
so this musician,
He came back to me again. He came to me again.
after all the insults.
Yes, he came to me again. And I think I called Abiku or somebody for him that he should deal with him. But me, there, I'm done.
But you see,
You can't deal with
Andy,
it.
And so and his song
Cut-
is
cut him
do
off.
you have his songs here?
Andy,
Let's blacklist himself if possible.
Andy, there is an issue with what Bridash just told us. Because listening to Bridash, did you hear him very well? He
Yes,
said
yes.
the guy brought the music, he listened to the song,
Give him his honest opinion.
gave him his honest opinion, and said that if he plays this song,
He'll be sacked.
boss.
he might be sacked. Then he goes further to say the guy was even willing
To pay him more.
Aha! Now that's my point. Wait. So, did he give you money with the song when he brought it?
Uh-huh.
No, he gave me the song first to listen.
Then he brought you the cash.
No, he didn't bring the
If
cash.
you approve, then
So
you-
when he gave me the song, I listened to it. So after I finished listening to it, so he was ready to give me the money.
Okay.
I
Just
didn't
to-
mean say yeah.
to
You
cushion
said it's
you.
okay.
I didn't mean say yeah or buy all this kind of car.
Like, I will
That's
just-
another matter.
You see, because I was thinking that I was thinking that he came and gave the song with
Yeah,
money.
with money.
That's why he got so angry.
And you're okay.
He
So
gave
why
me
do you
the
take
song
my
to
money
listen
and then- Why
first.
do you take my money and disapprove?
So it was later that he was willing to give me the money. But had it been that he brought the song
money would have
with the money, I can't answer that.
And you know, my final bit on this Selly matter.
Right.
I've always said this on Joy FM, on A to Z,
Right.
that I was brought up by 3 women,
Okay.
and I was the only boy amongst them.
Yes.
My grandmother, my mother, and my auntie. 3 Presbyterian trained women.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
And here is me living with these ladies.
Yes.
And so I have so much respect for women
Okay.
because they did everything they could for me.
Yes.
And I look at them and I look at the features and the way of life that they lived, and it has formed my opinion about women.
Yes.
So I don't joke when women are attacked. I get so hurt
Yes.
when I see women being attacked, especially ladies, because there are women and there are ladies. Oh,
Yeah, we have the difference. The difference is
There's
there.
a difference.
Yeah, the difference is there. Very, very.
this woman who did this to say it's a woman.
The woman.
It's not a lady.
It's not a lady, no.
Right.
It's not refined at all.
It's not refined
At all.
You know, so we should be very careful the way we treat ladies, especially when it comes to childbirth and those
issues.
kind of things.
These
Because
are very
nobody
sensitive
takes
issues.
this
Very
easy.
sensitive.
You know.
Uncle Ken, thank you very much for
Pleasure.
coming.
This is Hitz.